Solo Sikoa appears in the crowd singing the Usos theme. This guy's really growing on me, and asks, am I in the right place? I literally don't know. Is this guy in the right place? Is he on the right night?
At this point, yeah, I would say so.
I think so. I think he has permanent Mondays.
Yeah.
And he is here to take care of family business. So out comes Jay and asks Solo if they really want to air their laundry in public. And Solo says that he tells Solo he needs to fall in line. And Solo asks, Jay, did you fall in line? Because it looks like you just fell off. You're a former world champion. You won the Royal Rumble. You beat Gunther. Now that's all out the window. And it sucks to be you. And Solo says he is never coming back to the family. Well, give him 2 hours. Jay says how he raised Solo. He fed him and he changed Solo's diapers. And he's set for life now with a big house because of the bloodline. This was too raw for me about a big house with a driveway, I bet, for Solo Sikoa. It was this one hit close. And Jay wants to face Solo tonight, and when he wins, Solo must fall in line with the family. Very vague terminology. You have to fall in line with the family. Does that mean like you're an indentured servant to the family, your property like Jacob is? Is that what falling in line means?
Yeah, I would say so. All of those things. Yeah.
Solo accepts, and this was funny because Jay does his warning shot deal, and Solo makes sure nobody was shot behind him, and then he fires his own shot back with a pew.
Adorable.
I like the Solo. This Solo is great, and we won't get too far ahead of ourselves, but I really hope they don't dial this back with this new story that they're going with, because he really has found he's very comfortable in this skin of this babyface version that has blossomed from let's be honest, a character that was going nowhere with the MFTs.
Yeah, very much so. It's a character that's really connecting, and having him start the show, which is usually a segment and spot reserved for baby faces, I think really shows you their belief in him in this role as, I mean, certainly like one of their hot babyface acts. You know, this episode, I think, was most notable for maybe how it made Solo feel like he was that guy in that spot. He pretty much did like a full-on parody of Jay's entrance and promo here, from the crowd entrance to the yeet promo to the warning shot, and it goes over great with this crowd. You know, this is like the Solo that I think we may have eventually found in NXT if he stayed there long enough, but I wonder if how long it would have taken him to find it, because it's pretty remarkable, the transformation and how comfortable he feels doing it. And you know, certainly playing against like his brother, this guy actually feels like a crowd favorite that maybe at one time Jay was, you know.
Yeah, God knows on Raw they need some new guys to rise up. Like this is a very bare show at the moment, I will say. Jey Uso against Solo Sikoa. Now, it was 10 o'clock, so at least I knew. I was like, we're getting the underrun. This is the opposite of last week's Grand Slam. So again, they came out. This is just so amazing. Like Jey Uso comes out, and it's just like the most over baby face on this show for this entrance. And truth be told, like I had an open mind. I was like, man, they're gonna go long here, and this match might die. Like just these two styles, I didn't know how it was gonna work. I'll say I was pleasantly surprised, in particular with Solo in this. Like I thought Solo carried himself really well in this match in front of this was a tough crowd all night long, and they had to contend with that. But Solo's like playing to the crowd. He's doing like the yeet sign at certain points. It was very quiet at the beginning. I'm not going to say they really won this crowd over, but Sikoa gets tossed into the steps, and then he stops a hip attack with a clothesline out of the corner, then calls for his own hip attack and hits it. The spear is cut off with Sikoa's spinning heel kick and then a spinning Solo for a 2 count. This is when Jimmy Uso appears. And it's like when the run-ins begin, that's when the crowd, it's like, oh, stuff is happening now. Now we're into it. And Jimmy distracts, leading to a spear by Jay. Solo kicks out. Then Sikoa is fighting off both and hits the Samoan spike to Jimmy, but then turns around and gets speared and hit with the Uso splash, and Jay pins him in 12 minutes and 14 seconds, meaning Solo Sikoa must fall in line. And they will now deliver Sikoa to Roman Reigns next week. They're going to transport Solo to Buffalo over the next week.
Yeah. I mean, whatever that means, right? You know, like he has to fall in line. Doesn't mean he will, of course. So at this point, like will they actually have Solo join the bloodline? It's kind of hard for me to see them do that when
I always thought that's what they were going with, was these guys would all end up in the bloodline, but just
I don't
seeing
see
where
Solo turning heel at this point, not with the amount of
I wouldn't either. They've
spotlight.
got something here. And you don't need another Jacob Fatu. I think it's bad enough that he's in this role that has really diminished him. I don't think you need a second person that's just another number in this group.
Well, I was just going to suggest, are they going to do the thing where like he's the reluctant member of the group and like, the tension is there, like in him wanting to break out, and while he's like officially still part of the group and like he's going to kill it from within sort of thing? Like maybe that'll work. Maybe that would be somewhat interesting.
It's his word is his bond. He's got to stay with this group because of his word. Did he sign anything?
Sure. Well, that doesn't matter, John. Like they're blood. It's blood, okay? Or the Rocky Maivia or the High Chief Peter Maivia and
what if they do a blood test? That could be a whole segment.
I think he would lose that blood test. I think they're very much of the same blood. What are you saying here?
We could get a swerve,
and he's not Rikishi's kid.
And Rikishi explains. Why? Did you have a child out of wedlock? I did it.
For who?
I don't know. Didn't think that one out.
Yeah.
Not a dig dancer.
My favorite. I did not delete that one. No. I thought this match was boring, man. Especially compared to like the standard of wrestling on the show. Now here's the difference, right? The wrestling was better in the Luchador tournament. Yes, by far. But I mean, the crowds know and care about these guys, right? So you probably had a bit of a better crowd reaction. But as far as like bell to bell, I found the match boring. But yes, like you, I think the most notable thing about it was just this crowd's continued in support of Solo Sikoa, which is one of the positive, the biggest positive of this show, I would say.
We are wrapping up the summer big on the Post Wrestling Cafe as John Pollock and Neil Flanagan are flying to London, England for live on-the-ground coverage of AEW All in London. Also this month, we conclude our reviews of Dark Side of the Ring and WWE Unreal Season 3, reviews of ROH's Death Before Dishonor and TNA Lockdown, Rewind Away will cover the WWF Aggression album, and Book Club will cover Total Nonstop Agony by Vince Russo. Sign up now at postwrestlingcafe.com.